you've been feeling constantly frustrated lately, and I don't think there's something wrong with you. I think there's something wrong in the environment you're trying to survive in. And over the next few minutes, I want to show you why. How we've become so used to living in a reality that is not fitting our true needs. Look around. I see so many people in my family, maybe even in your family, friends, colleagues that are under chronic stress. Have you ever asked, why is that? And why is that today considered, I would say, normal, or I would even say acceptable, if that is the cost of you doing your work, following a certain plan that you have? Trust me, your plan for the future, maybe you're trying to keep up with your dream career, with your dream job, doesn't have to imply you losing hours of sleep, feeling constantly under pressure, not having time for yourself or for the people you love. This is not a price that we have to pay to get to a certain life standard. This is not acceptable, and I'm not trading my health and my happiness for that, for something that will ultimately make me die, because you know that cortisol is the underlying cause of every single physical disease that people develop throughout the years. Everything starts with chronic stress and cortisol. And I'm here to help you and to make you understand that this is not normal. You shouldn't be living your life this way. Let's get started. Let's start with hustle culture. Basically, we've optimized our life for productivity, not for peace, not for restoring our health when needed, because modern culture prioritizes this hectic lifestyle. Most people out there have long hours of work every day, constant deadlines. They feel like every hour has to be productive, feeling even guilty when they are resting. And this basically keeps our nervous system in constant state of activation, because our brain never rests. In the end, this means that you don't have time for yourself, for the people you love in your life. It can be your spouse, it can be your family, it can be even just doing those little things that you know are important for you. Going out for a run, enjoying the sun, going for a walk with your dog. I don't know. It is never too late to start the things that you know you need to do to feel like yourself. Dedicate even 10 minutes every day to do something that makes your day, and then you can work for hours. Just make sure you've dedicated that time for yourself. Another cause of chronic stress in our society is this constant digital stimulation. Our brains are bombarded from the moment we wake up, and it's up to you to protect your boundaries, to protect your energy. Think of all the notifications, social media, emails, short form videos, music always playing. Basically, our attention never gets to recover, and these things accumulate over time. Think of when you open your Instagram. I believe it is not normal to have such huge inputs coming from everywhere in the world. And how can our brain manage all the things we see without actually getting crazy? Because the thing that we see, all this evil happening in the world, wars, scandals, people abusing children, people dying, and that we see this every day in our screens, and literally we just scroll, it is making it feel like normal. I think there's a process through which these things are being shown to us so that it is kind of like portrayed as normal, and we lose our abilities to just feel that kind of shock. Like, is this truly happening? If this is so serious as it is, I wouldn't be just scrolling here or maybe reposting that story. It doesn't make a change. Like, if we were in old times, people would react in different ways. If we think of all the scandals that are happening lately, and even the fact that we put together something like tragedies, what happened recently in Venezuela, and then Instagram kind of like doesn't make a difference between that news and maybe that celebrity's engagement. This is all made to make it all feel like ordinary, that's normal. Social media is trying to buy our attention, so don't fall into this trap of this constant stimulus, of this constant inputs, because it is ultimately made to make you weaker. Your brain isn't built to process hundreds of different things that are happening simultaneously in the world. Our brain was designed to face challenges one at a time, complex challenges. Overstimulation is just a way to make you dumb and numb. Over time, this all frustration, because it is not normal for our nervous system to see such things happening in the world and pretending everything's fine, because we keep scrolling, and over time this stress and anxiety accumulates, and then we feel stressed, we feel bad, and we don't even understand why. It's because of these layers of stress and anxiety that we've been accumulating over time. So just do a digital detox from time to time, and really don't get yourself too caught up in this huge and awful news that we see. Don't try to understand hundreds of different things at a time, because it will make you, first of all, not educated, because it is impossible to know everything that's happening in the world, and it will make you have a very superficial idea of everything that's happening. If you get your information about politics from Instagram, you're not really informed of how propaganda works. In addition to that, there are other two important things I believe are seriously impacting our mental and physical health, and ultimately making us feel stressed. The first thing is nutrition. So food is your fuel, and it's up to you to decide how you want to function, how you want to work throughout the day. I believe that in this hustle culture, we barely get the time to eat properly, to eat food that is homemade. Most of the time when I'm out, when I'm at university, we don't get time to eat properly between classes. So what I see is people ordering food, eating ultra processed foods, caffeine, eating too quickly or skipping meals. So what happens is that instead of stable energy, many people experience spikes and then crashes throughout the day. So basically they sacrifice their health because of convenience, because they can't make the time, make food your priority. Of course, if you eat too much carbs, processed foods, sugar, caffeine, you are going to run out of energy, and ultimately you feel very strong crashes. I can assure you, if you eat in the morning 3 eggs and an avocado, you won't be hungry until 2. And the last thing is the quality of your sleep. Are you sleeping with your phone right beside your bed? Is it in airplane mode? Are you still getting notifications when you're sleeping, or even worse, or do you feel the vibrations for every notification, even at night? These very small things alter your sleep, and you don't even notice that. And how do you want to get a good quality sleep when the last thing that you do before going to bed is watching a Netflix series? Of course, then you're gonna just have all these blue lights. I don't know about you, but when I used to watch Netflix before going to bed, first of all, falling asleep was much harder. And secondly, I used to dream vividly something that was apocalyptic and related to the series that I was watching. So it's like you are literally influencing what your dream is going to be like according to the thing that you're doing right before going to sleep. Any kind of information that you are consuming will get to your subconscious, and you're going to become, believe, act as the thing that you're doing right before going to sleep. So the rule is, don't doom scroll before going to bed. Don't watch Netflix. Don't look at notifications. Turn off your phone. Don't look at any screen at least an hour before going to bed. And dedicate your time to relax. Turn off the lights. Do something that relaxes you. Meditation can be a prayer. It can be reading a book, listening to classic music. Find what makes you feel relaxed and switch off your brain, because it is not necessary that you keep working even before going to sleep. Set your boundaries. That is your sacred time. Don't think about whatever concerns your work, issues that you have. Try to relax and to set the time for sleep. Of course, I have to mention physical activity. Do you know how important it is to engage in any kind of physical activity? You will literally sweat out anxiety, because anxiety that you accumulate over time gets out of your body when you're moving. because you're sweating. So this is why you feel so much better after a workout. You will never feel guilty after a workout. So don't skip your training session at the gym. Invest in your health. It's literally about tiny little habits that you need to implement in your life, because the world is trying to make us feel weak, stressed, depressed. What are we going to do instead? We're going to react and we're going to fight back and protect our energy, our space, our mind, our bodies, and be kind towards yourself, because it is normal. We live in an environment that is constantly pushing negativity in our lives, and we need to be selfish and to say, no, this is my time, my space. I need to get my time to recover, to rest, and to properly heal so that tomorrow I can start from scratch. If you carry on problems throughout the days and then you wake up and you feel this weight of, past choices, past traumas, and things that happened even yesterday, okay? It literally accumulates in your body, and then you start to be first mentally and then physically ill. So take care of you. You're important, and if you're here, it means that your presence is essential, vital in our society, and you are here to make a change. So what I want you to remember is give yourself permission to slow down, because at the end of your life you won't remember all the emails you've answered, but you will remember the people that were right beside you and all the good memories that you built. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments if you can resonate with any of the things I said, and how you regulate your sleep, your diet, and what are the things that you do that make you feel like yourself, that you love doing. Maybe when you wake up, maybe when you have free time, maybe you like music, maybe you like writing. Let me know in the comments. See you in the next video.